Really good to see you again.
We're in a couple days here.
Third time's a charm, huh?
I agree.
What do we got? What do we got?
You can't wait to hear what I have to say.
Oh man! I mean, after this last meeting, I'm ready to go. Let's get. I'm ready to save some cash.
You're gonna be one of my best clients. You know that?
Really?
You are.
Let's go golfing.
All right. You know, third meeting. You and I get to know each other pretty well now.
Right.
It's funny running into you at the restaurant last night.
I know. Yeah.
That was, what are the chances of that?
I don't know. Well, we are in the same neck of the woods, so.
You know, yesterday at the restaurant you mentioned to me that you were concerned with your workers' comp premium in comparison to your friends who owns a similar company down the street, which is pretty much identical to yours employee-wise, dollar-wise, what he makes a year, bottom line, gross sales, etc. And what I want to ask, has your agent, your current agent, ever told you what your experience mod was for your workers' comp?
He hasn't, but I know that it's somewhere around like 0.89 or something like that. 0.85.
Wow.
Is that good?
He's not telling you the truth. Your mod is about 1.49. That's just basically dating back to the claims that happened. There's a lag here in between the claims, and you know, you've had a rough couple runs here.
Right.
With claims.
And so I guess over 1 is real bad then.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's really bad. It's just, you know, it's
an area opportunity.
This is basically, in layman's terms, this is the reason why your premium is so high. Compared to your friend who has a 0.1.
0.1.
1.00.
Okay. Okay.
So that is why you're concerned when you expressed your concern to me about why your premium was so high.
Right.
The reason is because your mod is higher, is because you have more work comp claims.
Okay.
Now, in lieu of that, I wanted to ask you, do you have anything in place that lowers your mod? Like, do you have any sort of back to work?
I mean, I have a return to work policy right here. I mean, we try our best to, you know, we have a list of doctors that we want them to go to, and then we're in constant contact with the insurance company and the doctors. And when they are ready to come back to work, we pretty much find a way to place them back in work as quick as possible, even if it's not.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Because why? I mean, again, why keep spending the money? You know, to keep paying somebody, keep paying them out when you can still get them back to work and get them back at least doing something.
You get it. You get it. I like
do.
it.
Okay.
But I just also want to let you know that we do have a risk management department here in my office that will help you. We got to get that mod down. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. And, you know, you're pretty much paying double as to what similar operations are paying, and that's due to your experience mod. And we have a guy by the name of Brian Block in our office who will sit down with you and go over your mod and talk about what it is we're going to do to get that down.
Okay.
And,
so is that basically, if I was able to fix that, my premium would be very in line with Dick and Rips down the road?
You're correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Also, Doug, we went through the policies. Had a couple of questions, and first of all, you're with Everest, who you said you've been with for about 9 years. Everest happens to be a surplus lines carrier, which means they're not admitted paper. To you, you're probably saying, well, Billy, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell? I don't care. Admitted papers, it was like the type of paper it's on, or what does that mean? I don't.
Well, you know.
I'm not trying to be a smart.
No, I understand.
I'm not trying to be a smartass. I don't know.
That's a very valid question. Let me ask you this: have you ever had a claim with your carrier now?
Yeah, with what the workman's comp claim?
No, we're talking general liability.
Oh no.
Yes, you have.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we spoke last week, and you told me that you did have a claim with them.
Right.
And you said you just kept getting transferred from one person.
Yeah. Well, I mean it's a bitch. It's a pain in the ass. I keep calling and I can't get. You know, I called my my agent first, and you know, forget about trying to get him on the phone. That's a train wreck. And then we it's horrible.
Wow.
And then you know, I call the insurance company. They put me on hold. It seems like there's one person working there, and it's like jumping through hoops to be able to at least get some resolution to what I'm asking.
I understand. So you're happy with your your surplus lines carrier now?
No, I'm not happy. But
Now you
what,
see the significance of having that and admitted paper. When you have admitted paper, you're going directly to the carrier. You're
Right.
not going from one broker to the next to the next. It's you and them. You're
Okay.
with them directly.
okay,
We have a claims department here. You said that Joe at Joe Pop's Insurance Agency doesn't return your phone calls.
no,
We have a specific department here that when you do in fact come across the claim, you call them directly and they'll coach you through the claim. That's
Okay.
going to be a huge added benefit to you, because if you don't
is there
have
any
to-
cost or anything for that, or,
Our claims management department, no, that's all for you.
okay,
That's just something I'm going to give to you, because you're going to be my best client.
yeah, okay.
Also, you expressed to me,
Are we,
how many people are on your staff that carry firearms?
2 of them,
2? And do they carry full-time?
Yeah.
They do. Have you read your policy over at all?
No.
You haven't?
maybe like 4 years ago, when I did have that claim.
So you've had a firearms claim before?
Oh, not a firearms claim, when I had that other claim, I
Okay.
just,
But
So-
so you've never had a firearms claim?
No.
Nothing's ever went wrong? Well, that's a good thing, because you do not have any coverage in that aspect. So if something were to happen, if John was protecting the jewelry store, and something were to happen with his firearm or were to hit someone, that wouldn't be covered.
oh my God, that's horrible. I mean, how much, are we talking a lot of money to
No, I
add
mean, this is
something?
something, you know.
Is that something that Surplus Lines does, that they don't, it's because it's,
I mean, I can't really speak for your agent and what he did, or what the company has you with did, but like I said, these are little things that, you know, that you may have not thought about before, that are a tremendous deal to you and your business. So, lastly, I just want to ask you, you know, being that some of your employees are working at banks, jewelry stores, etc., do they ever happen to handle cash? You know, do they hold cash?
No.
They don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
that would be too much. My guys, you know, I'm not, too much for them
I
to handle.
understand.
I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, if they're doing it, I don't know about it, but I don't think that that's the case, no.
And you said, you know, speaking last night at the restaurant, you said that your renewal came in this year and you weren't really happy with it.
No.
Why is that?
Well, first and foremost, you know, it went up. It's expensive,
Yeah.
and you know, I know I'm growing, but you know,
You are growing at a rapid pace, which is
right. But I still need to control my costs, obviously.
Understood.
And when you get a slap in the face like this, what the hell's going on? I don't want to. It's 15% higher.
wow, it's a lot, especially when you're paying $90,000.
I mean, have you been able to get any quotes, or I mean, I know you said that you know, the next meeting you were going to sort of talk about that.
You know, these quotes, obviously, I mean, after this, I'm not going to go ahead and get a quote on something where, you know, I don't know everything about, so this is the final meeting before I actually get everything from the carrier. But I can tell you one thing. Being that you are rapidly expanding and your payroll right now is about $2.3 million, which jumped up about $700,000 from last year. The good thing about the company I'm putting you with, besides that it's going to be admitted paper, which we just spoke about, we're going to freeze your payroll. So if your payroll right now is at $2.3 million, it's frozen. We're going to freeze those wages. So if you give them a raise next year from $10 to $14, we're freezing the wages to $10.
And will I still have coverage if I?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to have the same coverages, all the same coverages.
Right.
It's just in the security. We understand the security business. I get it. I understand that you rapidly, the turnover is pretty high.
Right.
You have people coming in for different sorts of money. Salaries are up and down, so I get it. As well as our insurance carrier. So in turn, what that's going to do is, even though it's going to increase dramatically. The only time your premium is going to increase dramatically is if losses go through the roof. And speaking with you and seeing how you run a tight ship, I don't really necessarily think that's going to be an issue.
Right.
So I think this is one of those things where, you know, it's going to be a blessing in disguise that you and I met one another.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Do you get Can you get Masters tickets?
To the Masters.
Yeah.
You're asking a little bit too much now.
All right. I mean, but no. I mean, I
Yeah,
appreciate you taking the time to
You got it.
to go over those things and
Got it.
go from
Now,
there. I'm anxious
now I'll
to
walk
see.
you out. I got to let you go watch Tiger Woods
Yeah.
and the Masters. And hopefully my man Phil comes through.